Hi everyone, hope everyone's doing well today. My name's Joey. The topic today was, this is my opinion, why people avoid 3-rail O-scale trains. I have several of them. I like them very much, and I'll give you my reasons later, but I think there's three big reasons. The main reason is the most obvious. It's the third rail. It doesn't matter what you do to a 3-rail layout, O-scale layout, this is going to be here. You can't cover it up. The best way people will not see it is if it's a shelf layout that goes around the ceiling of a room, which they won't be able to see it. But on the layout, doesn't matter how much ballast, grass, how well detailed it is. Even if you have it black like this MTH track, you still see it. And I think a lot of people just can't get past that. I think I don't have a problem with it because I'm more of a traditionalist. I like the post-war trains, and they just look at home on this type of tubular track, which is one of your better systems. But on my present layout, I just the advantages of O-scale outweigh me disliking this third rail. Even Lionel knew they had a problem, and they came out with this new Super O track. I wish they would have stuck with that. But Gargraves makes a track like that to where it's sort of hidden. Another way to get rid of the third rail would to be battery powered trains. I hear that it's called dead rail system. You don't even need this rail. The train runs off a battery, so you have to have DC motors in the trains. And another interesting solution I heard is some railroaders lay their own track, ties, rails, and instead of a third rail in the middle of the rail, they have like a conductive surface, very small, not noticeable, and they change out the rollers to a certain type of a shoe. So the railroad tie just has a contact point in each one, and you don't see the continuous rail. And that takes a lot of work, but it was pretty interesting. I haven't seen too many people do that, but it works for me. I like the size of the O-scale trains, so like most other O-scalers, we tolerate it. The next reason I believe people avoid O-scale is the cost. Just like everything else in this world, everything's gotten almost like doubled in price. If you price a modern steam engine, a Lionel from MTH or Lionel, it's going to cost you over $1,000 for a plain steam engine. The one here in front of us is just a line chief, and only have a couple of them, and they're the most affordable, but they're not very detailed. They don't have all the bells and whistles that the Legacy and PS3 have. But people, I don't know how people can afford this hobby anymore. Most of my trains are used. I have maybe 6 brand new locomotives and several cars that I bought new, but I do not know how people can afford it. I think my personal reasons, I have other hobbies. I just can't justify spending $2,500 on a steam engine, where I would rather go out and find an old square body Chevrolet truck to restore it, or add some more parts to my other cars that I have, or a generator for the house, or maybe even a new shotgun or something. I just can't justify spending that kind of money on a train. I think my approach is wrong because I try to get quantity over quality. I have more trains. If I would have just been a little more, if I would just stuck with a plan and bought a few expensive locomotives, then I won't have a problem. But it's not only the cost of the locomotives, it's the cost of the rolling stock, the cost of the control system, whether you go conventional or not, or DCES. And it's like I said, don't mean to complain, but it's like that everywhere. It's an expensive hobby. I've accepted that. My route is just one of the most affordable. I think I shouldn't say only, but I probably have a little over 10 grand in trains. 10 grand will give you maybe 3 good steam engines and 6 good diesels. So I have a lot for my money. I just haven't gone the expensive route. But I think that's one of the biggest reasons people are staying away from O scale. It's just ridiculous. You can go HO or N scale for perhaps half the price, but you get what you pay for. Tell me what you think. My third reason is space. Not only space for a layout. My layout is about over 6 feet wide and 20 feet long. It took up a large portion of the attic. It requires, several locomotives require 072 curves, like this outer one, to run a big boy or other scale locomotives. And that takes up a lot of space. Not only do you need more space for the layout, you need more space for the rolling stock, the locomotives, the storage of them, storage also of the boxes, which brings value to them if you want to resell. So O scale just takes up a ton of space. Even a small bedroom, maybe 10 by 10, would be too small for a decent O scale layout. That's why up here, down here in Texas, we don't have too many basements. I'm in an attic room, a climate controlled attic room, where I can fit this layout. But a basement would be nice for O scale, and I think that's why a lot of people go to HO scale or N scale, like this one here. Doesn't that 2 rail look a lot better than the 3 rail? I think N scale is the most relaxing scale. Problems with N scale is that they can pick up just a small piece of debris from the track and start running rough. The cars derail. They break easily. They're very fragile. But the 2 rail looks great. But I still prefer O scale for their size. They're much more durable. They sound great going across the table. I like loud trains. I think trains are supposed to be loud. If you want a very relaxing scale, stick with N scale. It's like watching a train from a hot air balloon. O scale, it makes noise. My wife and kids can hear it downstairs as they're going across this layout. O scale is they derail a lot less. I believe the high rails derail a lot less. The couplers are stronger. They just last. It's even MPC can last a lot longer than some of your expensive HO or N-scale cars. But those are my reasons why I think people are avoiding O-scale. Cost, that ugly third rail, and space. So leave me a comment, tell me what you think. I still prefer O-scale over all of them. If you don't have the space, if you do not like the 3-rail, I'd go with N-scale. I think it's very practical, very relaxing scale. Doesn't cost as much, doesn't take as much space, and you do not have that ugly third rail. But for now, I'm going to stick with my O-scale trains. Thanks for watching.